Hello.
Hi, Seth.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
I'm good. I have a question.
You always do.
I always do. What did Manny whisper in Jay's ear at the end?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. What do you think she whispered?
I think she said, "Why do your hands smell like feet?"
Oh, no, no. You know what she said? She said, I'm pregnant.
Oh God. Oh God, no. No.
I can't keep track. And I mean this honestly. I have lost track of all the guys Manny has been with.
All the boyfriends she's had on Degrassi.
She was talking to Spinner, and I was like, wait a second. Did she and Spinner dated, right?
Yeah.
She did. They did. I didn't make that up.
She and Craig, she and Spinner, now
Mhm.
she and Jay. And then wait, who was before? Was
Well,
there no, there was no one before Craig because that was like sort of her coming out
well,
of
no. There
like,
was JT briefly. She was with JT,
oh my
right?
God, you're right. I forgot about that.
Was there anyone else? There's got to have been other people.
Um,
What's
that
his?
might have been it.
Yeah, Damien. That never really took off.
Oh my God, I forgot about Dave.
I'm sure there's others. I'm sure if we pulled up the webpage now and looked at all the characters, there's probably 8 or 10 we're forgetting that she's dated.
because her name is so fun to put into couple names. That's why they keep doing it. There's like, Cranny and Spanny and
Wait, did she and Peter? I mean, Peter filmed her naked, but were they a couple before that happened? I don't remember.
there was a weird moment where like maybe they were interested in each other and Emma was jealous. Wasn't that it? Or something.
Oh, right. See, the list keeps growing.
She's hot.
Yeah.
She's on fire, man.
Mm. Okay, here's a more important question then. What did Manny whisper in Jay's ear?
Okay.
What is your symbolic rebirth name?
Oh God.
And you can't take Spirit Bear or Link because those are taken already.
Damn it! I was gonna be Spirit Bear.
Whenever anyone introduces themselves to me as Spirit Bear, I usually run the other direction.
Sounds like a Care Bear name. It sounds like the cheerleader Care Bear.
Spirit Bear and
Um,
Link.
well, what's yours? And then I'll think of mine.
Donkey Kong.
It's like Spirit Bear, but it's bigger and donkier. Right, then mine is I'm gonna go with what my French name was in high school, which is Bruno.
Bruno? No, that's not
Bruno.
naturey enough. It needs to be like Bruno the Wild or
Bruno of the mountains.
Bruno of the Mountains. There you go. That's the symbolic rebirth name for you.
Okay. No, I'm glad we got that cleared up.
So what do you think about Darcy there and her symbolic rebirth? Do you think it's I don't know, you think it's going to take
I think that was really good for her. I think I think she had a breakthrough of sorts. Like, it's never going to be over, but I think she did some healing. Although I'm really worried about the whole doing it with Peter in the nurse's office.
No, they made love
Oh yeah,
according to
that's
Peter.
right.
Oh, Peter,
I
Peter,
don't know
Peter,
if you
Peter,
can
Peter.
make love like in 5 seconds with half of your clothes still on in the nurse's office
Yeah.
on a camp retreat.
No, I don't think it qualifies. And I laughed out loud when he said that, but it's really kind of sad because, that's just no.
Because that's her first time, like, as a consensual experience, and oh no.
They're both of their first times, and it's sad that would have to be their first time, and it's extra sad if Peter considers that having made love, which I don't think he does. I think he's. I sort of was getting the impression that Peter's kind of clueless. Is the impression I was getting throughout this
Yeah.
episode. He's like,
I
I'm
think
gonna help Darcy. Oh,
I think I think he goes along with her a little too easily. Like when she's like, "Let's do it," he's like, "All right, if you think it'll help," like,
Yeah.
not really thinking too hard about it. And then I think like his saying making love was like his way of trying to like help her out by turning it into this beautiful experience. But like you turn it into a beautiful experience by making it a beautiful experience, not by like, putting different words around it at the
Right.
end.
That's exactly right.
Oh, poor Darcy. But, she's making progress and she'll be okay. Darcy's strong. I have faith in her.
You should be her guide.
Her Spirit Bear.
Yes. Oh, but anyway, I was happy for the road trip movie just because Liberty got to be in it and do some stuff, and I like seeing
Yeah. I
my
like
good
what
friend Sarah,
Sarah.
who's
I
left.
think it's Bearable Tishauer.
Say it again.
Sarah Bearable Tishauer.
Bear. I think it could be bearable. It could be bearable.
And I don't know why I think it's bearable to shower. Like, I don't know if I've heard that or if I just kind of assumed it. So we should probably ask.
Can't we just call her Sarah BT? That's what Shanae does.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that would be a little forward. Maybe she'd be like, you guys don't know me well enough to call me that.
Yeah.
In fact, she'd be like, call me Ms. Bearable to shower.
Yeah. It's Ms. Bearable to shower if you're nasty.
All right. So Sarah is waiting for us to call her.
With bated breath, I'm sure. I'm excited to talk to her. Because I realized, or we realized recently, we haven't podcasted with her, whereas we were under the impression we had.
I know. It's really embarrassing.
I know. It is kind of embarrassing. I hope she's not mad at us. Not like she cares.
She cares.
We're so conceited. All right. Let's go there.
All right. Let's call Sarah.
Cool.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, it's Mary and Seth from TheEnd.com.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I just got up.
Oh boy. You're in school like right now, right?
Yeah, I go to Concordia in Montreal.
You didn't just get up like we woke you up, did you?
Oh, no.
Okay, good.
For a good half an hour.
All right, I feel bad about that.
Oh, no, it's okay.
So no 8 a.m. Wednesday classes for you?
No, I have on Tuesday and Thursday I have 8:45, which is quite early enough.
Oy vey.
Sometimes too early, sometimes. But.
So what are you studying?
Communications and journalism.
Nice.
Any particular kind of journalism, like broadcast or print?
Well, right now I'm doing both, but I'm not sure. You have to sort of choose a route for next year, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I also want to pick up some more film classes and maybe some creative writing classes. So I'm trying to kind of spread the love around and take as much as possible. So
that's what it's for, right?
Exactly. Universities, I don't know, I don't think it's supposed to be job training. I think it's supposed to sort of expand your knowledge base and give you an opportunity to take some really interesting courses because they're available to you, so why not?
I totally agree. Do you have, with that said, do you have something in mind as your dream career?
Problem is I'm interested in too many things. It'd be nice if somehow they could be sort of meld together into one career, but I'm not sure that that'll be possible. But I really love to write. I've been writing for the school paper, and I just wrote a short film, so I like script writing as well. So that would be one area I'd like to cover. But I also really like doing like journalism and maybe having my own show or hosting something. So we'll see.
What was your short film about?
It's a really bizarre concept. Basically, this guy comes home and he talks to his furniture, which is very strange. But actually, the way it's done, basically, it's sort of a comment on surveillance and the decline of our private lives. So, at first they're kind of his friends, and he gets along with them, and then slowly they start to control his life more and more. The phone is questioning who he's calling and stuff like that. So it's kind of bizarre, but it was a funny little thing to do. And I did it with a workshop that we have at Concordia for budding filmmakers, where they just kind of lend you all this equipment and give you a month to make a film. And I got put in a group, and we did. So it was really fun.
Man, college is awesome.
Seriously, it is.
I'm having fun. Other than the essays, and the exams and all that stuff.
Yeah, whatever. What's the name of the Concordia school paper?
There's two. There's the Link and the Concordian.
The Concordian. I love that.
I guess,
Also, it rhymes with accordion, which is like what every school paper should do.
True.
That one, man, that bombed, Mary. I heard that hit the ground after that came out of your mouth. Oh, you know what we need to ask you? What's the correct pronunciation of your last name?
Okay, yes. This is something that a lot of people struggle with. It's bearable. I've been unbearable, but I am bearable. And to shower.
I was right.
Yeah, Mary, you were exactly right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Bearable to shower.
I don't even know how. I mean, it's actually pretty creative how many pronunciations I get,
Right.
especially like telemarketers. You pick up
Yeah.
the phone, you're like, is that even a remnant of my name? I don't know.
I noticed like the last time I saw Shanae, she referred to you as Sarah BT, and I was so relieved because that's like what we kind of call you around the office. I was
Oh,
like, oh,
really?
good. Her friends
Everyone
do
calls me
too.
that. Everyone. I mean, at Degrassi, people have even dropped Sarah. I'm just BT.
Just BT.
I get SBT a lot, but Sarah BT is definitely the most common because, and actually, I have friends that don't even know like what my last name is. They just think it's BT because I put it on papers. I mean, there's never enough space in any forms for bearable to shower.
Oh yeah, that'd be a lot of little boxes.
Yeah, and I have a long middle name too, Elizabeth. So
Oh man.
it's it doesn't fit too well.
And you're like a very seasoned traveler. Like I remember the last time I was talking to you, you were in Hong Kong at the moment, and I imagine
Mhm.
you've kind of been to a couple places even since then. So where have you been since Hong Kong?
Since Hong Kong, oh gosh, I don't even know when Hong Kong was. But since then I've gone to Australia.
Nice.
I've probably been to Singapore since then, or
Mm.
maybe Hong Kong again. I'm not sure. There's definitely been a lot of trips in between. I'm actually going to London next week,
Wow.
um, just for fun.
So nice.
Will be really nice. Yeah, I'm really excited. Um, I'm not sure if Egypt was after Hong Kong, but that was the last time I sort of touched down in Heathrow, was there in London for a day and a half or something, and then I went off to Egypt. So I'm looking forward to spending more time there.
Whoa, what's Egypt like?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, I tell anyone who is even considering going to just go. It's unbelievable. I mean, you're seeing tombs and paintings and all, like statues and temples that were built thousands of years ago and look like the paint is still fresh on the walls. Like
Wow.
I mean, they've unbelievable, like stood the test of time for sure. And the pyramids were just the beginning. I mean, I saw so many amazing things, and the scale of things is unbelievable considering they didn't have any machinery. It was
Yeah.
all, manual labor and donkeys and such. So, yeah, it's breathtaking, and the culture and everything is just great. I want to go back as soon as I can.
Well, I have a question because I rarely get to talk to anyone who's as well traveled as you are. So what is like of all the places you've been, is there one thing that has always stuck out in your mind as like the best place you've been or the most amazing single thing you've seen?
Oh, that's hard. Actually, you know what? I just remembered another trip that I just very recently went on, which is Argentina. That was the last place I went over the Christmas break. I went to Argentina for 2 weeks, and that was just spectacular. I wanna live there at some point in my life if I can. It's beautiful country. I went all the way from Buenos Aires, then I went north to Iguazu Falls, which is where they filmed The Mission, that
Oh
film.
wow.
So like the most beautiful waterfalls I've ever seen, just like lush and gorgeous. And then I went all the way down to Patagonia, which is almost near the Antarctic Circle. So I got to see like amazing glaciers, and the water there is this weird milky color of like greeny blue,
Mm.
because of the sediment in the water, and the glaciers are literally the color of like Kool-Aid. Like they're bright blue, like
Wow.
no color that you ever could imagine could be in nature, but
Hmm.
somehow they are, and it was spectacular. And the people there are so just like beautiful people, just really friendly, and yeah, that was a really amazing trip. But I've seen so many amazing things, I can't even put a short list together. Like temples in Hong Kong, and I've been very lucky to see some really amazing things that this world has to offer.
Man.
Wow.
Have you been to Africa? Because I was just reading that you're involved with an organization called Dignitas International, which can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, Dignitas International is a grassroots organization that is basically building a structure of community supported medical care where it's sort of actually building community-based support, so that when they move to another country to help other people, it's a system that can stay in place. And so I've been involved with them for about a year now. And I'm really hoping that, maybe this summer or next time I have the chance that I'll be able to go. Right now they're mainly based in Malawi, so I'd love to go there. And I know my cast members have been raving about how amazing it is, and I'm very sad that I couldn't make it out on the last trip. I really want to go.
That's awesome.
All right, we need to ask you about Degrassi because last week.
That show you're on.
Yeah, last week we talked to Cassie and forgot to ask her anything about the show. So we gotta not make that mistake this week. So Degrassi.
Wait, I have one. How's it been without your Ryan Cooley? Because I know you guys were really close. You would work together.
Oh my gosh, it was really hard to get used to. Definitely at the beginning of this season. Just because, he was such a big part of everyone's life at Degrassi, and just such a positive person to have around. So not having him was just sort of weird. Every day I just kind of expect to go in and see him. But, we still keep in touch, and I think he's doing well. So, it's sad to have him leave us, but it's definitely onwards and upwards for him, so.
It occurred to me recently that Gibberty's baby is kind of like the Emma of Degrassi The Next Generation, the way that Emma was like the baby on Degrassi, and that when they do Degrassi The Next Generation, that maybe like Gibberty's baby will come back and like look for Liberty, and that you'll have to come back and you'll be like the Amanda Steptoe of Degrassi The Next Generation. And I was wondering how you feel about that and whether you would do it.
That would be very strange. But I guess that's a possibility. Emma even went looking for her real dad, so I guess that's sort of a mirror storyline. But that'd be really weird. I even just want to see what the kid looks like now. We saw just at birth, but I don't know. It'd be kind of funny to see the mix of me and Ryan, what that would look like.
I think we have to call it Degrassi the final generation.
Oh no.
The ultimate generation. So this week is the Degrassi Spring Break movie, which is the road trip.
Right.
And I have to say I loved it because I love the way they say like Liberty's like royalty at Smithdale, because I really identified with that whole thing where like, people at your high school think of you one way and like you have this whole other life outside of that school that people don't know about. So how was it filming the road trip? And
oh, we had the best time. Any time that we get to leave the studio is so exciting for us. We didn't even go that far. We were really hoping that the spring break episode was going to take place in Mexico, but
or Patagonia.
So we got to go a few hours, or maybe an hour out of the city, which is nice though. But we had so much fun. It was such a nice day out, and it felt like a little vacation for us. We just hung out and doing the car scenes were really fun. We were blasting like silly girly music and singing along and being having a good time. So it was really fun to film that. And
do you have you told us your international trip stories. Do you have any road trip stories?
Road trip? I haven't been on that many road trips. I usually go too far to be able to drive there. I haven't. I don't think I've done really like a major road trip. I want to do a road trip.
Is it like in America? There's kind of like it's sort of a rite of passage where you have to do the like cross country road trip. Do people do that in Canada and sort of drive across Canada?
Not really, because it's hard because it's obviously such a vast country. So to drive across the country, a lot of it is there's not too much in between.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of flat prairies for a really long time. I'm not a very good car person. I get car sick and I can't really do stuff in the car.
Right.
So sitting there for a long time isn't as much fun.
Totally.
I'd rather just get there. That's always my thing. Let's just get there.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us, Sarah.
No problem.
Always good to hear your many, many stories.
Yes.
You have a much more interesting life than I think either of us.
I'm sure not.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks, Sarah.
Okay. Bye.
See ya. Bye. Well, she wasn't mad at us.
Yeah, she's too nice to be mad at us.
I think she was kind of mad at you, but she was all, yeah.
But you made it better because you're such a good diplomat.
She was IMing me while we were talking, and she's like, "Oh, I can't believe Mary's asking me these stupid questions. Did you hear that accordion joke? Oh."
Shut up. Dude, that was an awesome joke. You guys were stunned into jealousy.
That was gold there.
Dude, I need to travel so much more than I do.
I know, it's really depressing.
She must go on like 5 trips a year. I mean, she's done all those trips since like what? It was like 2 or 3 years ago that I had talked to her.
It must be a nice problem to have to not be able to keep straight all the countries you've been to.
Seriously. I love how she was like, "Oh yeah, and Argentina."
And I was like, yeah, I went to the drugstore.
I went to New Jersey.
All right, Mary.
Have an excellent weekend.
Thank you. Way to podcast.
Way to podcast. Woo!
I will talk to you next week when we are going to speak to Miriam McDonald.
Yeah, exciting.
It is. See you, Mary.
Bye.
Bye.